Chapter 824. A powerful 20,000-year spice. In far, far away, Shrek was having a bad nightmare. He was dreaming that he was seeing Fairy Godmother, Prince Charming, Rumpelstiltskin and Farquaad dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller as zombies. Nay Tylee, Shrek, Shrek. Wake up. Shrek woke up. Shrek, nay Tylee. Nay Tylee, are you alright Shrek? Shrek, yet. Nay Tylee, were you seeing a different version of Michael Jackson's Thriller? Shrek, I was. Nay Tylee, as I thought. Shrek, so, did you see the zombies in my nightmare? Nay Tylee, yep. I think this was caused by you having some bad food. Shrek, I know. Nay Tylee, it's gonna take a while for you to get used to being human. Shrek, I know. But I'm glad JD helped us all. Nay Tylee, my dad has a way of helping people. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later, me, Ash, Serena, Nico, Xerneas, May, Grapple, Clawful, Lincoln, Spyro, Lainey and Chill were on our Rapidash and we were also flying in our hover carriage. We were over in Montana. Me, it sure is a beautiful day. May, it sure is. We then arrived in Gringy City. Me, what is this place? Ash, I remember this place. It's Gringy City. Me, it's located in Montana. Nico, what were you all here for Ash? Ash, we were here to help the town get its power back on after a bunch of Grimer and Moop clogged the water intake that turns the hydroelectric generator. May, wow. Serena, that must have been a harrowing adventure. Me, sounds like it. Lincoln, this place gives me the creeps. Xerneas, it sure does. Chill, Russian accent, it sure does look scary here comrades. Spyro, I would not want to come here for a vacation. Grapple, me neither. Clawful, yet. Suddenly we smelled a really foul odor in the air. Me, sniffs, oh yuck. Nico. Nico, what it wasn't me. Xerneas, wait. I know this smell. It's the smell of sludge and that means that Grimer and Mook are here. Ash, the Grimer and Mook we encountered. Pikachu, Pika. Then a bunch of Grimer and Mook appeared. Xerneas, there they are. Me, Ash, you caught a Mook here right? Ash, I sure did. Nico, and I have a Mook and a Alolan Mook. Me, I don't have a Mook. But Lana would love these Pokemon. Xerneas, she will. Me, okay. Here goes. I fired a powerful blast of lightning and electrocuted them all. Me and Nico threw Pokeballs and I caught 2 Mook and me and Ash caught a Grimer each. Me, yet. But then I smelled the smell of the Mook and Grimer coming through the Pokeball. Me, oh yuck. Then I got sick to my stomach and hurled my guts out because of the smell. Me, projectile vomiting. Oh yuck. Then we got a surprise visit from a friend of Pikachu. We saw a Magnemite. Me, play? A Magnemite. Ash, I remember this one. Me, you already have a Magnemite, Ash. I used my powers to make the Pokeballs not have the smell come through them. Me, there. I already have a Magnemite, Magneton, and Magnezone. May, I don't. May caught the Magnemite. Then we felt big stomping. Me, wow. Nico, what is that? Lainey, it's big stomping. Then out of the nearby alleyway came 2 figures. We saw that they were a Nidoking and a Nidoqueen. Me, whoa. A Nidoqueen and Nidoking. Nico, what are they doing here? Nidoking, in a girl's voice, what else? We were looking for you. Me, wait a second. Nidoking is a male Pokemon and it doesn't talk like that. Nidoqueen, we know. May, wait a second. I know those voices. Alex, Danny, is that you girls? Nidoqueen, it sure is May. It's great to see you again. Spyro, you two were gene slammed into Pokemon. Me, Team Rocket did this. Nico, those fuck sucks. Nidoking, I'm sorry. I'm Alexandra Kempfuer. Nidoqueen, and I'm her twin sister Danielle. Me, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Clawful, to Alexandra, how does it feel to be a male Pokemon? Nidoking, it feels weird. Nico, what were you both doing before you changed? Nidoking, we were having a match in the forest against two rivals. Flashback. Nidoking, narrating. Me and Danny were facing two rival trainers and we were about to call our Pokemon when suddenly we felt something bite us. Then I started to feel strange and I was in excruciating pain. I then felt myself change. Alex, what the fuck is happening to me? I lost all my woman features and I turned into a boy. Then I started to change and I became a Nidoking. Nidoqueen, narrating. I turned into a Nidoqueen. Danny, what's wrong with me? Flashback ends. Lainey, those monsters on Team Rocket stole your humanity. Me, I can help you change back to normal and give you the power to change at will. Nidoqueen, really? Me, yep. But this is gonna hurt a lot. Nidoking, if it will give us our humanity back. Me, okay then. I snapped my fingers and we covered our eyes and looked away. They were reverting back. They turned back to human form. Alex had purple hair and she had blue eyes and Danny had blue hair and brown eyes. They got up and they saw that they were naked. Danielle covers her boobs. Can you boys please look away? Spyro, what do you think I'm doing? Me, we have our eyes covered. Alexandra, ecstatic, I don't even care that I'm naked. I'm just happy to be a girl again. Xerneas walked over and made a robe out of leaves and put them on them. Xerneas, you guys can look now. We uncovered our eyes. Me, let's get you two back to the estate and get you some new clothes. Alex, we would like that. May, hey guys. May hugged them. Danny, it's great to be back with you, May. Alex, same here. Grapple, it's fascinating. When you first transformed, you were no longer female. Alexandra, I'm still thinking boy thoughts. I need to readjust my mind so I think girl thoughts again. Me, that's gonna take some time. But Lola and Lainey can help you with that. Long haul. Hey, Danielle. Whenever you go Nidoqueen, do you think of yourself as royalty? Danny laughs. Yes, I do. But I don't let it go to my head. Me, it doesn't work that way though. Let's get you guys back to the estate. We went back home. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. We got back to the estate and Maria and Teresa gave Alex and Danny new clothes. Danny had a purple t-shirt with a Nidoking on it, a purple plaid skirt with purple leggings and shoes and a sleeveless trench coat with purple fire on it and the kanji for Purple Heart of Justice. Alex had a blue t-shirt with a Nidoqueen on it and she had a blue fire skirt with blue leggings and shoes and a sleeveless trench coat with blue fire on it and the kanji for the blue gem of purity. Alex, wow. I look amazing. Danny, me too. Teresa, it's the great fashion trend we have here. Maria, yep. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Later we were watching an awesome movie from 1984 called Dune. In the distant future in the year 10,191, the known universe is ruled by Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV. The most important substance in the empire is the drug known as melange or the spice, which can extend life and expand consciousness. The most profitable and important of its properties is its ability to assist the Spacing Guild with folding space, which allows safe, instantaneous interstellar travel. The Guild fears a conspiracy that could jeopardize spice production and sends an emissary to demand an explanation from the Emperor, who confidentially shares his plans to destroy House Atreides. The popularity of Duke Leto Atreides has grown through the Empire, and he is suspected to be amassing a secret army, which Emperor Shaddam sees as a potential threat to his rule. Shaddam's plan is to give House Atreides control of the planet Arrakis, also known as Dune, the only source of spice. Once they are installed on Arrakis, he intends to have them ambushed by their longtime archenemies, the Harkonnens, with assistance from the Emperor's elite troops, the Sardaukar. The Guild Navigator commands the Emperor to kill Duke Leto's son, Paul Atreides, a young man who dreams prophetic visions of his purpose. The execution order draws the attention of the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood, as Paul is tied to their centuries-long breeding program to produce a super being, the Kwisatz Haderach. Before Paul leaves for Arrakis, he is tested by the Bene Gesserit Reverend Mother Moiam by being forced to place his hand in a box which induces excruciating pain. To Moiam's surprise and eventual satisfaction, he passes the test. Meanwhile, on the industrial world of Jedi Prime, the sadistic Baron Vladimir Harkonnen tells his nephews Glosur Rabban and Phaedratha about his plan to eliminate the Atreides by manipulating someone in House Atreides into betraying the Duke. The Atreides leave their home world Caladan for Arrakis, a barren desert planet populated by gigantic sandworms. The native people of Arrakis are called the Fremen, a mysterious people who have long held a prophecy that a messiah will lead them to freedom. Upon arrival on Arrakis, Duke Leto is informed by one of his right-hand men, Duncan Idaho, that the Fremen have been underestimated. There are in fact large numbers of them and they could prove to be powerful allies. Duke Leto begins to gain the trust of the Fremen, but before an alliance can be established, the Harkonnens launch their attack. The Harkonnens traitor within House Atreides, Dr. Wellington Yu, Leto's personal physician, disables critical shields and destroys sonic weapons, leaving House Atreides nearly defenseless. In the attack, Idaho is killed, Leto is captured, and nearly all of House Atreides is wiped out. While captured, Leto dies in a failed attempt to assassinate the Baron Harkonnen using a poison gas capsule planted in his tooth by Dr. Yu. Leto's concubine Lady Jessica and his son Paul survive the attack and escape into the deep desert, where they are taken in by a siege of Fremen. Paul takes on the Fremen named Muad'Dib, and emerges as the leader for whom the Fremen have been waiting. He teaches the Fremen to build and use weirding modules, sonic weapons developed by House Atreides, and begins to target spice mining production. Over the next 2 years, spice production is effectively halted. The Spacing Guild warns the Emperor of the deteriorating situation on Arrakis, and they fear that Paul will consume the Water of Life, a powerful poison used by the Bene Gesserit to help induce their abilities. The meeting is revealed to Paul in a prophetic dream, but then the dreams suddenly stop. Shaken by the absence of his visions, he goes out into the desert, drinks the Water of Life and enters into a trance. Upon awakening, he is transformed, obtaining powerful psychic abilities and the ability to control the sandworms. Paul also regains his ability to see into space and the future, and learns the Emperor is amassing a huge invasion fleet above Arrakis to wipe out the Fremen and regain control of the planet. As the Emperor arrives at Arrakis, Paul launches a final attack against the Harkonnens and the Emperor's Sardaukar at the capital city of Arrakeen. Riding in on sandworms and brandishing their sonic weapons, his Fremen warriors easily defeat the Emperor's legions, while Paul's sister Alia kills Baron Harkonnen. Once in Arrakeen, Paul faces the defeated Emperor and engages Phaedratha in a duel to the death. After killing Phaed, Paul demonstrates his newfound powers and fulfills the Fremen prophecy by causing rain to fall on Arrakis, and Alia declares him to be the Kwisatz Haderach. When the movie was done, we cheered wildly. Me, that was an awesome movie. Nico, but those Harkonnens are pure evil. Me, they are. Lincoln, I'm confused here. It says here that the movie takes place in the year 10,191 AG. What does that mean? Me, AG means after Guild. And according to the standards of the time on Earth, the movie takes place in the year 21,267 AD. Everyone, wow. Lainey, that's a really long time from now. Yuko, it sure is. Me, 19,248 years from now. That's a really long time. Lainey, I thought it was really cool how that spice made their eyes glow like that. Nico, That was pretty cool. But the amount of pain it caused looked painful. Me, I know. But what those Harkonnens did is beyond pure evil. Lisa, I have a feeling I know what you are about to do, second elder brother. Me, yep. Lisa, deploy the USS Valor. We were off to the desert planet Arrakis. *****. The USS Valor is flying through space. Me, Captain's Log. Stardate 2721.5, the USS Valor is on its way to the distant desert planet of Arrakis, located 309 light-years away from Earth in the Canopus star system in the constellation of Carina the Stern. Our mission is to help Paul and his followers destroy the evil Harkonnens and help fulfill an ancient prophecy. Lana, it's hard to imagine how evil those Harkonnens are. Nico, I know. They have failed the entire universe. Me, they are just as feared as the Scions were. Nico, yet. The Scions were worse, however. They destroyed entire planets and annihilated countless lives, all for the sheer pleasure of it. Chin, I heard about that, Nico. That's awful. Bella, no kidding. I can't believe that Scions pack so much destructive power. Lincoln, we all were shocked ourselves. Vince, yet. Lisa, we have arrived at our destination. We arrived at the planet Arrakis. It was a desert planet. Me, the planet Arrakis. Lainey, it sure looks like a dangerous place. Me, no kidding. Nathaniel, you have the con. Nathaniel, acknowledged Grandpa. We flew down to the planet and we saw an endless desert, and it spanned for miles and miles. Me, wow. This desert goes on forever. Lori, it literally does. Trudy, this is unbelievable. I can't believe it goes this far. Naruto, no kidding. Suddenly we saw a massive blast of lightning shoot out of the sand. Me, wow. Did you see that? Lainey, yet. That was sandworm lightning. Lola, it sure looks dangerous. Horsa, Maria, can I stay in your arms? Maria, sure Horsa. We flew to the mountain that housed Paul and his followers and flew into it. We landed and we saw Paul and his men. Paul Atreides, Team Loud Phoenix Storm. Welcome. Me, pleasure to meet you, Paul. Lady Jessica, it's an honor to have you all here. Me, thank you, Lady Jessica. We're here to help you kill the Harkonnens and dethrone the Emperor. Paul, we are forever grateful for you to come, JD. Me, thank you. Lori, does this Emperor literally have a name? Me, his name is Emperor Shaddam IV. I revealed his history. Shaddam felt threatened by his cousin, Duke Leto Atreides, who led the House of Atreides on Caladan. A just and honorable man, Leto was loved by his people and was popular amongst the other great houses of the Landsraad, which was the council composed of the leaders of the great houses. Under the tutelage of Thufir Hawat, Gurney Halleck, and Duncan Idaho, an Atreides army was formed to rival the Sardaukar. Additionally, the Spacing Guild was very nervous about Paul Atreides and, in the 1984 film, sent the guild navigator Edric to Shaddam to tell him the guild wanted Paul killed, feeling that he was a threat to spice production. In 10,191, the Emperor pressured Leto to give up his fiefdom on Caladan and take over spice mining and operations on Arrakis, a harsh desert world that was the only known source of spice. Conspiring with the Harkonnen, the traditional rivals of the Atreides, the Emperor had his Sardaukar troops assist in a Harkonnen attack on Arrakis, which resulted in the death of Leto and the near destruction of the Atreides army. What neither the Emperor or Baron Vladimir Harkonnen counted on was Leto's concubine, Jessica, or their son Paul escaping and joining with the Fremen natives of Arrakis. Under Paul's leadership, the Fremen staged an uprising that all but stopped spice production on Arrakis. Angered by the situation, the guild traveled to Kaidan and demanded the Emperor restore spice production. The Emperor ordered 50 legions of troops to go to Arrakis, with the intent of committing genocide, the systematic and total destruction of all life on Arrakis. In the conflict that followed, the Sardaukar proved to be no match for the Fremen. Baron Harkonnen died at the hands of Leto's daughter Alia, and the Emperor and his daughter Irulan were taken prisoner by the Fremen. After defeating Phaedrathua, Paul explained to the Emperor that he would take Irulan as his wife, and that the Emperor would spend the rest of his days on the Corino prison planet of Salusus Secundus. ****. Lori, this guy is literally a monster. Me, and we're gonna help Paul and everyone destroy him and kill the Harkonnens. Nico, yet. Paul, I appreciate it. Me, when do we start the attack? Paul, later tonight. We got ready. Paul introduced us to the melange spice. It was a powerful and incredible spice. *****. The spice originated on the planet Arrakis, where it was produced deep beneath the sands. It was created in a process whereby the fungal excretions of sand trout would mix with water to form a pre-spice mass. This mass would then be brought to the surface of the desert through an explosion of pressure, and under the intense heat and air of Arrakis, melange would form. When the worms died, sand trout would be released into the sand, and the cycle of creation would repeat. By the time House Atreides arrived on Arrakis, melange had become the single resource that was capable of creating or destroying the Empire. Consequently, Arrakis had gone from being a distant, poor, and unimportant desert world to a greatly prized fief, and management of the spice mining operations were considered a prestigious but difficult task. Spice collection was hindered both by the aggressive and territorial sandworms, and by the guerrilla tactics employed by the Fremen, who resented the presence of off-worlders, especially Imperial agents, who harvested the spice for themselves. During the time of the God Emperor Leto Atreides II, spice production lessened significantly due to terraforming efforts on Arrakis, and also due to Leto II's desire to control who within his empire could consume spice, and how much was consumed. However, by this time significant stockpiles of spice had been collected and hidden by Leto II. These later proved valuable for a variety of reasons. Spice is the basis for many of the things found in Fremen daily life. It can be processed to create things such as spice paper, spice fiber, or chemical explosives. It could also be refined to create spice essence or spice gas. Its actual appearance is only alluded to a handful of times throughout the saga. In Dune Messiah it is stated that Guild navigator Edric swam in a container of orange gas. His tank's vents emitted a pale orange cloud rich with the smell of the geriatric spice, melange, and in God Emperor of Dune Munio notes, great bins of melange lay all around in a gigantic room cut from native rock and illuminated by glow globes of an ancient design with arabesques of metal scrollwork upon them. The spice had glowed radiant blue in the dim silver light. And the smell, bitter cinnamon, unmistakable. Throughout the chronicles it is said that melange possesses the odor of cinnamon. In Dune, Lady Jessica notes that her first taste of spice tasted like cinnamon. Dr. Yu adds that the flavor is never twice the same. It's like life, it presents a different face each time you take it. Some hold that the spice produces a learned flavor reaction. The body, learning a thing is good for it, interprets the flavor as pleasurable, slightly euphoric, and, like life, never to be truly synthesized. During the days of the Corino Empire, the spice was the rarest and most valuable commodity in the known universe. It was said that it was so valuable that one briefcase full of spice would be enough to purchase an entire planet. Great houses of the Imperium were often considered rich and influential if their ruling members could afford to consume melange regularly, or, worse still, stockpile it. However, stockpiling melange was generally considered to be a very risky and dangerous endeavor, since the Emperor, the Bene Gesserit, the Bene Tleilax, the Spacing Guild, and rival great houses could potentially regard such stockpiles as a threat to their position within the Imperium, as well as a threat to their supply. Effects on those who consume melange are outlined below. Mind-altering. It could awaken dormant parts of the human mind and encourage expanded sensory perceptions. In some humans, notably the Bene Gesserit, Guild navigators, and some members of the Atreides bloodline, Heavy doses led to powerful abilities that include prescience. Health benefits. Taken regularly, it increased life expectancy and fortified overall health levels. In many cases, life expectancy was tripled. Addictiveness. The spice had narcotic properties, thus increasing demand and creating a large and hungry market for it. An individual's addiction to the spice would worsen the more they consumed it. Physical effects. Sustained use of the spice led to human eyes being discolored so that the entire eye would be stained blue, so-called eyes of Ibad. Extensive exposure to the spice created a huge physical dependency that could radically alter the entire body. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. We had some of the spice and we felt and underwent an incredible transformation. Our powers enabled us to get all its powerful effects minus the addictive narcotic properties, and it enabled us to use the full extent of our brain power at 100%. It was incredible. Our brains were now omnipotent. And another trait was that our eyes were now glowing neon blue. Because of our immortality, invincibility, and power, we were immune to the narcotic effects, and it also enhanced our powers 200 quadrillion fold. Me? Wow. I feel amazing. Lainey? Me too. Everyone agreed. Sakura Avalon? I feel amazing. Naruto? Me too. Nicole? Same. Me? We're now ready. We got ready for battle and it was gonna be a rough one. We were flying and riding the sandworm to the battle site and we saw it. Me? Target sighted. Lainey? This is gonna be good. Me? On your command, Paul. Paul? Fire at will. We fired energy blasts, element blasts, and lasers and sonic blasts at the Harkonnens and the enemy. Massive fiery explosions rang out and it was igniting everything and burning it all. We were blowing them all apart and the sandworms were eating their remains for dinner. It was an explosive and powerful battle. Nico, you Harkonnens have failed this universe. Nico fired a massive blast of fire and incinerated a lot of them. Lincoln fired a powerful blast of lightning and electrocuted a bunch of Harkonnens in one fell swoop, and Lewin and Eddie fired a massive blast of light and obliterated them. Lainey fired a bunch of poisonous barbs loaded with strychnine omega and they died in an instant, and Lola fired massive blasts of fire and burned them into ash in an instant. Lori blew them around in a massive tornado of wind and they were ripped apart. Me? Let's show them some teamwork. Grapple. Right with you, boss. Cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into his back and it enhanced his arc welder rifle 100-fold. Spyro. Let's do this for Skylands and for Earth. Magic cyber key power. The magic Skylander cyber planet key went into Spyro's right arm device and it enhanced his powers 100-fold. Grapple and Spyro. Magic firestorm hurricane. Grapple fired a massive blast of fire from his arc welder rifle and Spyro fired a massive blast of fire from his mouth, and the blasts combined and turned into a massive fire tornado that incinerated a bunch of Harkonnens. Clawful. Let's do this. Earth cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into Clawful's right arm device and it enhanced his strength and power 100-fold. Long haul. Time for action. Cyber key power. The Earth cyber planet key went into his back and enhanced his heat-seeking missile mount 100-fold. Clawful in long haul. Lobster missile barrage firestorm. Clawful fired a bunch of missiles and long haul fired a bunch of missiles and they hit all the Harkonnens and blew them into pieces and into ash. Me. Now for the grand finale. Lori. Got it, JD. Hypercane obliteration tornado. Lori fired a massive blast of wind and it blew the Harkonnens away with winds that blew at 20 million miles per hour. Paul. This is for my father and my family. Araki's sonic voice. Paul fired a powerful blue blast of energy from his mouth and blew the rest of them away. Me. Yet. One last thing to do. We all faced the rest of the Harkonnens. We were facing Emperor Shaddam for himself and the rest of the defeated Harkonnens. Edzilla. Punches Emperor Ed, smash evil Emperor. Me. Ed. Stand down. How the mighty Harkonnens have fallen. Paul. Emperor Shaddam IV. there are guild hay liners above us containing many great houses of the land's rod. Send them back. Emperor, how dare you speak to me? Guildsman number 2, speaking into electric microphone. Stop your speaking. Paul, good. You have some idea of what I would do, but I will tell it to one who has never been seen, one who hides deep in the hayliner control rooms. He will hear it first. The Reverend Mother glared at him. Paul, don't try your powers on me. Try looking into that place where you dare not look. You'll find me there staring back at you. You Bene Gesserit have waited 90 generations to produce the one person your schemes required. Here I stand. But I will never be yours. Reverend Mother, stop him, Jessica. Lady Jessica, stop him yourself. Paul, you saw a part of what the race needs in the beginning. In time you perverted the truth. You sought to control human breeding and intermix a select few according to a selfish master plan. How little you understand. Reverend Mother, you mustn't speak of. Paul, echoing, silence. Reverend Mother is shot back after having the wind knocked out of her with just the power of his voice alone. Paul, I remember your Gom Jabbar, now you remember mine. I can kill with a word. Me, that was amazing, Paul. So that's where I learned that power in the future. Fadakin won, and his word shall carry death eternal to those who stand against the righteous. Fade, the righteous? Paul, there is a Harkonnen among you. Give the Harkonnen a blade and let him stand forth. Emperor, if Fade wishes he can meet you with my blade in his hand. Fade, I wish it. Me, I can face him for you, Paul. Paul, no. This is my fight. I must fulfill the prophecy. I know you would win, JD. Your power is all incredible. But this is my fight. Me, if that is your wish, then I will respect it. Gurney, this is a Harkonnen animal. Let me. Please, my lord. Paul, the Emperor's blade. Me, let him face him, everyone. This is his fight. Fade takes up the Emperor's blade with a smile. Paul takes out his Cry's knife. They begin to circle each other. Paul smiles, circling still. Suddenly, Fade leaps, his blade jabbing savagely outward, but Paul easily evades it, moving away. They begin to circle again. He makes another pass at Paul that comes dangerously close, but again, Paul is away, a frozen smile on his face. Fade, why prolong the inevitable? I will kill you. I will kill him. Me, not if he kills you first, you motherfucker. Fade smiles. He lashes out, biting Paul's hand. Fade laughs in triumph. Fade leaps forward, jabbing, his right hip also forward. Yet Paul, although a little slowly, again reels away. Again, Fade thrusts. This time Paul jabs with his Cry's knife, but Fade moves away effortlessly. Fade counters and kicks Paul to the ground. Chenny, Paul. Paul is up instantly and he circles with Fade. Fade, smiling. Who is the little one? A pet, perhaps? Will she deserve my special attentions? Me? Fuck you. Nico, chauvinistic motherfucker. Lincoln, go kill yourself. Paul jabs out, his Cry's knife slashing. Fade grabs his arm, and Paul his, the two men locked in a straining clinch. Fade presses his right hip closer and closer to Paul's body. Paul strains to keep it away. Suddenly, the Gom Jabbar flips out of Fade's girdle, but on the left side, and he lunges powerfully with it at Paul, who just barely misses taking it in his skin. He throws Fade back, but not before Fade's feet strike out, sending Paul to the floor. Fade leaps onto him. Fade, whispering, you see, your death, my blade will finish you. Me, in my head, not for long. Suddenly, Paul, with lightning swiftness, pushes Fade up and over. He is on top of him in a flash. Paul's Cry's knife flashes up, thrusting upward through Fade's jaw. Fate's mouth opens as the knife continues up through his tongue and through to his brain. Fate's eyes go wild, then glaze over as he jerks dead on the floor. Paul slowly gets to his feet, breathing heavily. Anger still seething in him, Paul issues a sound, a loud, horrible, powerful sound, and Fate's internal organs rupture and the stone floor under him cracks open. The Fadakin smile. I looked at him. Me, holy shit. His voice destroyed all his organs in one fell swoop. Nico, that is powerful. Lainey, unbelievable. Paul, JD, thank you all for helping us. Me, it was our pleasure, Paul. Team Loud Phoenix Storm will always be there to answer the universe's cry for help. We shook hands and went back to Earth. We placed Emperor Shaddam into the Neptune prison and set up an interplanetary trade route with the citizens of Arrakis. We blew up the Harkonnen homeworld and destroyed one of the most feared races in the universe. When we got back, Nico caught a Dragolch and Kloitzer. Lori, to the viewers, you literally mess with us and we will literally mess with you. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. In the middle of the city we were in the middle of a freak snowstorm in the middle of the summer. It was really the work of the snow card. The snow was over 10 feet deep and it was a massive amount of snow. Ben, think I can use Heat Blast to beat the snow card? Me, that just might work, Ben. Ben turned into Heat Blast. Ben, Heat Blast. Then a vortex of snow formed and it was incredibly powerful. Ben fired a powerful blast of fire and a powerful cloud of steam formed and we fired a massive blast of fire and it evaporated. Me, now it's time for some serious firepower. We saw the snow card's visible form. Snow's visible form heavily resembles a traditional Japanese Yuki-onna, or snow woman, a Japanese ghost that appears in a snowstorm, wears a white kimono and has white skin. Snow wears a blue-white kimono with a white collar and a blue obi tied in a white bow and a necklace that appears to be made from ice crystals. She has a blue ice crystal on her forehead in cloud card form, orange as a sakura card. Her visible spirit has an upward-facing yellow crescent moon on her forehead. Snow displays a notable amount of wit compared to the other cloud cards. Me, it looks like one of Misery's kind. Nico, she does have that kind of characteristic. Me, return to your power confined. I held out my hand and an energy card formed and it sucked in the snow card and it turned back into a cloud card. I had it in my hand. Me, yes. Nico, great job, JD. Me, thanks. Heat Blast, that was well done. Me, yep. But this snow is gonna melt really fast so we should expect huge flooding. Nico, yep. We then went to turn in for the day. The end. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Another fanfiction complete and another interplanetary villain brought to justice. Dune from 1984 was an awesome movie. I thought it was a great movie. But those stupid movie critics ruined it and said it was an atrocity. But those dumb critics have no idea what the heck they are talking about and they wouldn't know a great movie if it hit them in the face. Nico-chan 11 gave me the ideas for this one. Thanks, man. The next card is the light and the dark card. So get ready for a test of light and darkness. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.